Did you know that the horseshoes we consider a symbol of luck today were once feared as a tool of witchcraft in ancient times? Yes, you heard it right. Those shiny U-shaped objects that we so often hang over our doorways were in fact steeped in superstition and shrouded in fear. The ancients believed these iron curiosities wielded a power beyond their simple functional form. It's a paradox that's sure to raise some eyebrows. But how did this fear morph into fortune? Let's gallop through time to unearth this fascinating transformation. As we journey back to the origins of horseshoes, we find ourselves in the murky mists of the Roman Empire. It's not the gleaming marble and the grandeur of the Colosseum that we're here for, but something far more humble and practical, the earliest known use of horseshoes. The archaeological evidence points us towards a time when Rome was expanding its empire, building roads and marching legions across continents. The horses were the engines of this expansion, carrying soldiers and supplies over vast distances. But these journeys were not easy on the horses' hooves, which could crack and break on the tough terrains. And so the Romans, with their knack for practical solutions, came up with the horseshoe. These early horseshoes, which Romans called hipposandals, were not the U-shaped iron we're familiar with today. Instead, they were leather or metal boots strapped onto the horse's hooves for protection. They were the Roman equivalent of a good pair of hiking boots, designed to protect the horse's hooves from the wear and tear of long marches. But the horseshoe was not just a practical tool. From the start, it carried with it a sense of mystery and symbolism. The horse itself was a powerful symbol in many ancient cultures, representing strength, freedom, and nobility. The horseshoe, as an extension of the horse, began to take on some of these qualities. It became a symbol of protection, not just for the horse's hooves, but for the rider and even the spaces they inhabited. So from these utilitarian beginnings in the Roman Empire, the horseshoe would continue to evolve, both in form and in symbolism. It would march on from the roads of Rome to the battlefields of medieval Europe, becoming an integral part of cultures and superstitions. It was not just a piece of metal, but a symbol, a talisman, a piece of history. From the Roman war horses to the medieval knights, the horseshoe kept marching on, carrying with it tales of superstition and belief. As we step into the Middle Ages, the humble horseshoe takes on a more mystical role. The iron, a material considered sacred and mysterious, was believed to possess the power to ward off evil spirits. This belief was rooted in ancient lore, as iron was once a scarce and precious resource, its strength and durability seen as magical properties. Now, let's imagine a world where witches were feared and protective measures were sought after. Horseshoes made of this revered iron became symbols of protection. They were hung over doorways, not just on stables, but on homes, to guard against the intrusion of witches. The belief was strong. A witch, it was thought, would be repelled by the horseshoe, unable to pass under it and thus barred from entry. And it wasn't just any horseshoe that would do. The horseshoe had to be found, not bought, to ensure its magic was potent. It became a tradition to hang the horseshoe with the ends pointing upwards like a cup, to catch and hold good luck. The Middle Ages were a time of superstition and fear, but they also birthed traditions that endure today. As time went by, the fear of witches faded, but the horseshoe held onto its protective charm. Fast forward to the modern era, and the horseshoe has undergone a complete image makeover. What was once a simple, practical tool used for safeguarding horses' hooves has now evolved into a symbol of luck and prosperity across many cultures. But how did this transformation take place? As the centuries rolled on and societies advanced, the mystical fear of witches and evil spirits gradually lost its grip on the public's mind. The horseshoe, however, managed to hold on to its symbolic power, transitioning from a protective charm against evil to a harbinger of good luck and fortune. Today, you'll find horseshoes hanging over doorways in homes around the world. This common practice is more than just a decorative trend. Tradition holds that hanging a horseshoe over your door with the points facing upwards keeps good luck from spilling out, creating a reservoir of positive energy for your home. But horseshoes are not limited to adorning doors. They found their way into an array of decorative items and jewelry, symbolizing luck and prosperity. You might have seen horseshoe-shaped pendants on necklaces, bracelets, or even engraved on rings. These aren't just fashion statements, but are often worn as amulets, believed to attract good luck to the wearer. And let's not forget about the world of sports, where horseshoes are often seen as mascots or logos, representing not just the strength and power of a horse, but also the luck that the horseshoe is believed to bring. It's a testament to the enduring power of symbolism that a practical tool from the Middle Ages can become an emblem of fortune in the 21st century. So next time you spot a horseshoe, whether it's hanging over a doorway, adorning a piece of jewelry, or emblazoned on a sports team's logo, remember the fascinating journey it has taken. From a practical tool to a mystical charm, and finally a symbol of luck, the horseshoe has journeyed through history, carrying with it tales of transformation and belief. As we conclude our journey, it's fascinating to see how a simple iron object has played such diverse roles throughout history. This humble U-shaped item, the horseshoe, began its saga in the Roman Empire, where its practical application was to protect the hooves of the horses, integral for transportation and warfare. Then, as the Middle Ages dawned, a shroud of mysticism enveloped the horseshoe. It became a talisman to ward off evil, a belief intertwined with the prevalent fear of witchcraft. Fast forward to modern times, the horseshoe, stripped of its fear-inducing attributes, is now seen as a harbinger of good fortune, an emblem of luck adorning walls and doorways. This journey through time, with a humble horseshoe as our guide, highlights the evolving significance of everyday items in different ages. Next time you see a horseshoe, remember, it's not just a symbol of luck, but a silent storyteller of history.